What's up, guys? I'm Carson Stallnaker.
I'm Ryan Johnson.
And I'm Brian Anderson, and we would like to share with you guys some commentary from our Arena Trick Shots video in Phoenix, Arizona at the U.S. Airways Center.
Yeah, we always start our summers off with a bang. Literally, in 2013, we did a gun video with Chris Chang, and then the first day off of summer 2014, we did a helicopter, and this was our first week off 2015. So it's a tradition here to make a good video to start the summer.
Yeah, so let's get to it.
All right. We actually filmed this well after the video. We did this at Trace Crossings Elementary School, and this was your idea, Ryan, actually. I didn't see the potential until we actually edited it.
Yeah, because the way that it started, it was just sort of him making his full court shot that you'll see in just a minute. I just felt like it was really abrupt, and so I was like, what if we had it to where, hey, like we're at this really crappy court. We want to go somewhere better, so why not?
Yeah, we picked a very rainy, cloudy day so that it looked really miserable outside. We manually deflated one of the basketballs to make it just look like nothing was going right that day, and nothing was good. Christian is wearing a Christmas shirt. We actually threw that in there for the attentive viewers who have watched our Christmas video. This is similar to our Christmas video in a lot of ways. We kind of made it more of a storyline, like we wanted to go somewhere better, and then Christmas video is much of a storyline. So we threw it in there, the same sweater from that video, just so people could laugh if they recognized it.
And if you look way back there, you can actually see the place where we did the first catapult wall shot back there against the building.
Back
2012.
left. Back left. Holy cow.
We've made quite a few shots here over the years.
That laid some groundwork, didn't it?
And we actually, almost all of us went to elementary school there.
Yeah.
Here we go. This starts out. This is the last shot I believe we captured on camera, but it's the intro shot where we realized, hey, we need to say where we are, why we're here, and like who brought us here. You can see the whole staff sitting there on the whatever that is.
Great guys.
Yeah, they're sitting there watching, and here we go. This is an awesome intro Ryan made. Boom. Starts it off. Here's Chase. This took 5 tries. When we realized when you go inside, all the variables of wind, heat, rain, anything that's outside just disappears, and it all depends on how good you are, and apparently we're pretty good when we go inside.
Exactly. We've always wanted to do an indoor high shot so we could eliminate those variables, and this was just the perfect opportunity to do that.
Okay, this was fun. We were in the middle of filming another shot, actually, which you can see here, where we basically had Christian way up top with a baseball bat, and he got so close.
It was so cool.
Seriously, it was. If we had started sooner, we would have made it. It's just that we had half an hour maybe to shoot this, and so when I was coming down to get the basketballs and then carry them back up, brought the camera down, and they said like, hey, film us juggling here. And so this is our buddy.
This is me and Brett.
Yeah,
he's
this
one
is
of the,
Brett. Yeah,
I think he's their video guy, or he's something. He runs
Brett's the man.
Camps too.
Yeah, he's the guy that got us into the film room, which you'll see later on.
But yeah, he was an excellent juggler, and he could spin basketball. So the staff here was amazing. You
Yep.
could see this guy. I don't remember what his name is. He drove the cart for us so we could do the moving football shot. That was kind of an idea we had on day one. This shot went in on day one.
The worst thing about this shot actually was every single time I got put in reverse, it has the loudest beep and it was the slowest thing I've ever seen move in reverse ever. Like I wish I could have just like pushed it instead because it was very slow. So
And I wish we could have made like a montage of every time I hit rim. Oh, pause it there. There's a story of that catch. It looks like right after I made it, a ball comes in and I catch it, but we actually circled once or twice. I caught most of them. We wanted to get a sick one-handed catch as the celebration, and I caught a lot of them, but they weren't perfect. I'd bobble it or I'd catch it like low, and so we finally got the right one, and we didn't plan on it happening right where I made the shot from, but it's hilarious that it does. Even the stuff in the background, the Mercury logo on like the wraparound like video board all looks the same. It was hilarious how it looked like that happened 3 seconds later.
Yeah, and then here, the big purpose of this video was just to sort of promo the Mercury's upcoming season.
They just won the 2014 championship in the WNBA, and so there's a lot of hype in the offseason. They started their season like a month or less after we left. It was like a week or two.
And we were approached to do this video after they saw our video with Bruce Pearl that we did way back in November of 2014. Vince Kozar, who's
VP of operations,
he set this whole thing up. He's like, I want to get a celebrity athlete in this video as well. So we got Brittany Griner,
who happens to be the most popular WNBA player ever.
Yeah, and so we got her in it, and she was a blast to work with. It was really funny because, well, it's not so much funny as it is just interesting. She's too good at basketball.
She had to learn how to do trick shots because it turns out it's actually a very different skill than shooting a basketball the right way. So she was trying it backwards for a while, and she just could not figure out the motion.
Yeah, she actually hit back rim though like 10 times in the backwards shot, but it was
an unfortunate just conglomeration of things happening. It's so weird, and since I'm the camera guy, I don't even know how to do it, but like it's a different type of throwing, it's a different type of aiming and shooting in general that most people aren't used to. So when you've been conditioned your whole life to make certain shots on a court, with a goal that's 10 feet high, when you're way up above it,
this is
a little
all new
different
for her, even though it was familiar for us. Got the GoPro angle down here.
When she left, she told us we had a hard job, and hearing that from a professional basketball player is an incredible compliment.
Before we move on to this epic shot that Brian's going to dive into for us, it was funny, too. We have video footage of her watching the video the first time it was ever, like, shown, right when we finished editing it with her and Vince. And it's just great footage because she actually didn't know we were making a full video there. She wasn't really quite... It was right after practice. They just kind of grabbed her, so she didn't get informed entirely of the video. And so it's like her seeing for the first time. I was like, wait, these guys were doing this? Like, dang, I wish I would have been there for the whole thing. So it's really funny.
Yeah, no, because we had not a lot of time with her. We maybe had 45 minutes to an hour with her, and that was just about it. So... just a small little cameo, but I think it worked out really well. And I know that he's gonna hate me for mentioning it, but as we were introducing ourselves, we're never flustered when we meet people. However, Brian gets up and shakes her hand and says, "Hi, I'm Brian." And Chase, who is conveniently sitting right behind me right now, gets up after eating his sandwich and introduces himself as Brian as well.
How y'all doing?
Brian, nice to meet you.
What's up, BG? Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Keep eating, BG. What's up, BG? Nice to meet you.
Yes, I did.
It was one of the most surreal moments of my life. I felt like it was an out-of-body experience, like watching myself, and like I was like, he's gonna catch him back. I mean, Chase, and like, he's walking away. And
the way Brian asked it was hilarious. He said, "Did you just introduce yourself with my name?" He didn't just say like in a normal way. He's like, "Did you just say Brian?" He's like, "Did you introduce yourself with my name?"
And then moving on, the real Brian here. We had this shot planned out since day one.
Many have tried, only Brian has succeeded.
Yeah, so the original plan was we would kind of put backspin on it and throw it out in front of the goal, as you can see on your screen right now. And the idea was the backspin would cause it to bounce back and go in. But instead what happened was the ball kind of flew away. And I thought about, why is that happening?
The Magnus effect.
Basically what happens is, depending on how you spin it, you have different speeds on the ball, and the aerodynamic forces are different, so it pushes it in one direction or the other. So I went, oh, if we just put forward spin on it and kind of toss it out in front, it'll actually spin back and go in the goal. Hey, what if we spun it the other way and let the aerodynamics like curve it back and go in?
Spin it towards you?
Yeah.
All right, you do it, Brian, then we'll try it. Forward spin shot.
Wow, that does.
Oh, the spin. We'll just call it the spin shot instead of me saying the forward spin shot like a loser. All right. The forward spin shot. Why'd I say it again? Oh, not a...
It came out looking really cool, and when it went in twice, Carson and I were up there, and we didn't even know what had happened. We were like, did it just
I was
get
really
stuck?
Like, how did it get
the
stuck in
only
the
one
net?
with a good angle of that.
It's so cool to see it go away from himself and then back towards him. It's
I mean,
so
you
cool.
really don't get a good idea what happened.
This is only the third try, by the way. This is Brian's third throw, so I hadn't decided if I was going to zoom yet or not. And right here, it's like, well, I guess I don't get to make that decision, do I?
Yeah. And so Carson was, looking through the viewfinder of the camera. You don't have the
pretty
best
high
view of
up.
what happened. And so that's why there's some confusion of like, wait, did that go in twice? Because it was just so fast. And then you see my angle, and I'm over here like, oh my God, it went in twice. That's incredible.
This is
and
unreal.
then they're just like, all right, yeah, we're gonna keep shooting. So he actually made it twice.
Yeah, we go back
He
up.
made it
and
three
we're like,
times,
actually.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, really? Oh, yeah, I guess.
He made it.
technically,
Yeah, he made it twice here, and then we kept trying because
Yeah, we
like,
went back up. It's like, let's make it again in case that one looks too funky. And then we realized that's so laughable. Of course we're putting in a 2-in-1 shot. That's like the best shot in the video.
I'm like, I was sitting there because I was like, well, I filmed it well, so I got it, but I see why you may want to do it again because it was sort of a fluke. But at the same time, like, oh wow, this is a really sick blooper. But then we made it again, and it's like, man, that first one was...
Yeah, something cool here. We're playing the other one we made when Brian went back up there and did it again. And you could see it actually banks off the backboard. Like, it didn't just swish like the first one. It actually curves so much that it banks in, which is weird to be behind a hoop and bank it in.
I'm really glad somebody's actually getting to see that, because it's so neat. Like, I'm behind it, and I actually made it bank.
Yeah, it banked hard. And then, back to this shot, you can see...
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Awesome.
And then here we like including some B-roll in our videos, so we just wanted to throw in this fun little clip showing that, we got access to their film room.
Yeah, day one, or actually day zero, basically. We went and scouted the place out. We talked about, hey, it would be funny if we did a scene in the film room where we go talk about a shot and diagnose how someone's doing something wrong and, kind of trying to fix up our game a little bit. And they were like, yeah, we can probably get you access to the film room. And so this is actually the Phoenix Suns film room, and their video guys here with us. And we gave him like 3 cameo appearances in this video. And he actually got recognized at a camp. They're like, were you the guy in that Rafters video? I was like, yeah, close enough, yeah. We'll call it a Rafters
That's what you
video.
want to call it.
We were in a catwalk a few times.
The Suns' locker room and film room are just incredible. I mean, it's so neat. They have like a hot tub jacuzzi type thing in there, and there were guys in there like doing rehab.
Yeah, they had ESPN
so cool.
play and stuff. It's awesome.
Yeah. So this was one of the last things that we filmed actually. I feel like this scene it came together very easily.
Very natural conversation. Like we stitched this together with 2 camera angles, obviously, but it just worked really well. It's like dude, what are you doing? Your form's terrible. That was
Yeah.
pretty funny. But here it is. He fixes it up a little bit, and this shot was the longest shot in the video. This took, what, an hour and a half, 2 hours?
Yeah, it took a lot longer because usually, we made this shot before with a trampoline. Like if you've seen the Auburn Arena video with Bruce Pearl shot it to Carson, who then hit it with a trampoline. It went in. That's
Same with
a
Horse Game
flat
2.
surface. That is a very flat surface. When you have two spheres colliding, there's so many different angles that it can go off of if you hit it at the wrong spot. It's like one of those reaction balls that you throw it on the ground, you don't know where it's going to go. I mean, you have to hit it perfectly to get that ricochet action and have it go right
And we
where you
actually
want it.
bought the exercise ball. We showed up at Phoenix the day we scouted, and we're like, let's get some props for this video. Trampoline's too expensive, and we've done it too much. Let's get an exercise ball and do like an exercise ball ricochet shot. We haven't done that since 2009.
9? Yeah, it was a long time ago.
2010 probably, actually, UAB. So it's like, yeah, you can see that shot here with the pink exercise ball. It wasn't as cool as this one, but we thought it's been about 5 or 6 years. Let's remake that shot and make it a little bit cooler. It's an awesome shot, and we love it a lot. The staff was still watching for this one, so that was exciting.
Yeah.
Epic celebration. You should try this someday. It really does make you fly backwards. Okay, this is the first shot we did on camera. It's the first shot we did ever.
And
there.
like one of the fastest, actually. It's one of the
That's
farthest.
a long
and,
freaking shot.
I think it was 15 minutes of filming, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, it was.
This is only the second round of basketballs.
Oh yeah, like we saw this go in, and I was just like, man, this is gonna be a great
yeah,
video.
we're off to a good start.
Great video.
Yeah, and then here we didn't mention this before, but on the catwalk, this is a moderately public arena, so there's people that walk in and out occasionally, not the public, but people that work there. So we had to have security stationed at every single entrance.
And there's like how many entrances?
I mean,
A lot.
there's at least like 12 main entrances to this place that we had to have people blocking.
And there's like 2 guards
one.
each one. Just they were
Yeah.
there that day to make sure people couldn't walk in the floor and get hit with flying basketballs.
So yeah, thank goodness we made everything extremely quickly. This took the longest out of everything in the catwalk.
So worth it.
This
This
is
is another
great,
one of
yeah.
our purchases we made at that store. We got an exercise ball and a baseball bat. Look at that. Flips up the net.
Yeah.
Flips it
And-
like behind the rim.
Dude, and Carson here, as you see, there's a black tarp underneath the net, and that's because when you have such a blonde gym floor and you're directly above it like that, the white net can really blend into it because the exposure, you don't have that dynamic range of the camera to really make the distinction between what's the floor and what's the net. So we put down that black tarp there just to make the distinction of like, okay, here's the
White net.
vibrantly white nylon net that you can see perfectly.
And
Something
also,
funny happened
the
on
shot
this
before
one.
this.
Yeah, you can see all those rafters that he's having to hit it over. The shot before this actually hit the rafter, bounced off a couple other spots on the rafter, and then just sat there. Like, he got stuck sitting
There's
on
no
that
edges.
little
It could have
flat
rolled off
surface.
easily, but it literally just found its way to sit there. I
Seriously.
bet we could even go
Oh
back
my
to the
goodness.
shot where Christian makes it with the bat and maybe even see it like hiding in the background.
the
But yeah, the
ball
very shot before
on the
this,
raft.
he hits it, and then after we make the bat shot, we have
see
footage
that
of
again
him
before you make
going
it.
over, grabbing. We had like 3 or 4 basketballs left up there,
Yeah.
and he pegs it actually off the rafter like on the second try.
It's one of those bloopers that is much, much harder to make than the shot itself.
Oh, we could stay there for another month or 2 and probably never get one to land on the beam in that exact way, but we could probably make that shot a few more times.
Yeah, and actually, if you want to see more of the catwalk, we have an entire like
did a
5-minute
tour.
video where we give you a tour of the place, and we show that footage too that you've already seen, but you can sort of see, from a story standpoint of exactly how all the events happen. So that's fun. You can click on the annotation here and see that.
Yeah, and it was immediately after this where we decided to do the spin shot, which is cool, how we learned the aerodynamics.
Yeah.
But yeah, the tarp down there helped a lot,
can't
keep the
believe you
net,
just
and
saw
then
that.
And then
you
you
can
can
see the
flip the
angle of
net.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the net flipped like dramatically.
Boom. Again, you have black right behind it, so
Well,
it's
there we go.
very
Proof that
obvious.
Yeah, it really stands
what the
out.
position
That
is.
was cool. The whole last day, the whole second day, they had that welcome legendary shots to the U.S. Airways Center thing up there. Here it is, our
This is
our
our
film room.
goodbye.
Yeah, we thought I'd do something funny where it kind of like references us still looking at film and like it being like a closed event where not open to the public or the media.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we had a lot of fun with this video. They gave
Oh,
us
yeah.
Mercury merch. Look on the left and the right. You got Christian and Chase wearing our Victory shirts and our Dry Fit Mercury shirts from Adidas. Those we're not sponsored by them, but they were really nice shirts. There's Vince and Brett.
So yeah, there they are. You got Vince on the right, the guy that invited us.
And you can see how involved they were with the video. They're gathering basketballs for us to like help clean up and stuff. And they were just with us the whole time, and they made it so possible for us. They flew us out there. They put us in this really awesome hotel where like we had like a rooftop pool in the 10th floor, and we were just like, is this real life? Like we look across the street and see the arena. It was a great trip.
Oh yeah,
They were having fun too, and they were fun guys to hang out with.
Also, big thanks to Out of Sight. He let us use the song Now or Never for this video, and it was just a perfect fit. But here we go. This is the outro of the video, and you can see Brett. We gave him so much camera time. I love it. He's on the right there.
Yeah,
Like,
so-
Ryan, explain how this happened.
Yeah, like I said earlier, we love having B-roll in our videos that just sort of shows you how much fun we're having aside from just making the shot. So I was like, what if we do something funny where like I'm walking alongside the court with a thing of water and like someone throws a ball and hits me. And then someone says like, oh, we have the exercise ball. Why doesn't someone just like kick it at you? And right then, as I'm holding a cup of water, I am greeted by an exercise ball being kicked at me.
No cameras rolling,
No
mind
cameras
you,
rolling.
except for maybe security footage.
And so yeah, Christian kicks it at me. And we're like, hey, what do you know? That is really funny. So as my mouth is bleeding, I'm like, all right, let's film it this time.
You can see he's not wearing his normal shirt there.
Yeah.
It's,
He went through a couple
This
of them.
this took several takes. I don't know why. I don't know if y'all were like plotting something or what.
The first one off camera was perfect, and then like the one or two after that, we just couldn't quite get it right. So we just kept being like, all right, we got another shirt.
It's still everything was genuine.
It's
for
genuine
sure.
because it happened once off camera. We're like, we have to
Yeah.
recreate this. I don't care if it's not genuine anymore. It's still hilarious and still good. We always try to condition our viewers to watch videos to the very end because there's always a little Easter egg for you at the end of most of our videos. So that was
Yeah.
going to be the one for this one.
So I mean that wraps it up. That really covers everything that we really wanted to highlight and
Yeah,
focus
there's not
on.
many
for this
shots
video.
in this video. Like, it's not like talking about golf or horse game where we could just go, oh, this shot, oh, this shot, oh, this shot. This one has like, what, 5, 6?
Yeah. But overall, I feel like it was a fun. They were a good 5 or 6 shots.
Such a fun video, and
Yeah,
thanks
I'd go
so
back
much.
there.
Thanks
Phoenix
so
is a
much
great
to the
city,
Phoenix
and
Mercury.
US Airway Center.
And
is a
thanks
great
so much for
facility.
you all for watching our videos enough to give us these opportunities to go places and do stuff. I mean that
Oh, yeah.
really is
If
like
it weren't for the
that's-
viewers, the people,
I mean, this is we have these incredible opportunities handed to us sometimes, and
'Cause they know
it's-
you guys
it's
are
all
so
because
awesome.
it's all because of you guys watching our stuff. So that means the world to us.
we know
You're
there's
letting
people
us-
still watching because these commentaries surprisingly get more views than we ever thought they would. We thought us talking
Yeah.
for 20 minutes would be a big turnoff, but they've conglomerated like 150,000 views.
It was actually funny. Like right after we finished filming, we drove to LA and then drove to Las Vegas. So I mean, we
got the most out
turned
of this
these into
trip.
we turned these into some fun trips. So
Incredible week.
So yeah, so fun week, fun video, and thank you again for watching. It really does mean the world to us.
Thanks, guys.
Until next time, see ya.
See ya.
Bye.